All right, so last I remember, we were talking about cryptid stuff, and can't do anything about it today. But tomorrow, in game, we will be able to open up the other half of the world.
That's right, everyone of my race can become a giant gorilla.
And hello, fellow giant gorillas. Real quick, before I forget, I'm going to go buy some healing items. Jump jam. Much hunkier. Shouldn't feel threatened by handsome men. Don't be silly. They're not more handsome than me. I'm not too. Do we have any deposits?
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk
Ooh,
into the machine,
$3.
and
A lot.
a small cabinet on the wall is filled with
we are
various medicine
overwhelmed.
bottles.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope
So we
Saint
need to,
Baptiste makes you
heal
feel
up our
better or
wounds
something.
here.
Okay.
There we go. Okay,
here.
we're stocked up
I
now.
hope
We're
Saint
equal.
Baptiste makes you feel better or
Because
something.
due to our actions, we definitely take a lot more morale damage than physical damage. Physically, we're a powerhouse. Morale-wise, we're a bit of a wreck. Alright, actually, yeah, first thing here before we forget, time to go question the lady upstairs. Talk to pretty much everyone else. We learned about the cryptids from you.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Oh yeah, and your husband,
Oh,
yeah, he's
yes.
a cryptozoologist as well.
A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be
Right.
more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that
how
attempts to
dare you.
legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion,
Yeah,
yes.
that's one opinion, Kim.
And
You're a good
people
guy. but
are entitled to their opinions.
Don't interfere in the hunt for
My
Sasquatch.
apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy
Too
to do it.
lazy.
Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
When I know it, lady.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Oh, okay. Maybe you could convince her to tell her about some cool cryptids. Hey, there we go. That's what we want to learn. Cool cryptids.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work.
Tell me
Go
some of the
on and
cryptids you
ask.
studied.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company.
One cryptid, not a couple. One.
Alright.
This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
I want a cryptid extravaganza.
And I don't. Just one.
Or he'll be disappointed in you.
Disappointed in him. Biggest cryptid, tiniest, most dangerous. Invisible cryptids. Yeah, are there any invisible
What an
cryptids?
interesting question.
Because we remember talking
And
about
the
the
answer is yes,
one that can
there
blend
are.
in.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
Josh, Kim.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Why we haven't found it yet? What evidence of their animal being a sound?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagi ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest-pitched bat calls.
Cases are being broken wide open in cryptozoology.
She transforms, when speaking about these strange animals, into a confident woman.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mamadaqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God. Which,
Wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and sequester, time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mamadaqua they followed individually.
And could it be here right now?
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
Maybe it's predatory.
Oh, what if it's predatory?
It's not. Don't worry. If it were predatory, we would have found it by the damage it inflicts.
I wouldn't be so sure. What if the damage is also
That's very fair to ask.
invisible?
Very fair to ask. Why is it afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadaquas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
Actually, I have no idea.
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing. You have no clue because you're not a dweeb.
True. That's right. I don't know. Do I look like a dweeb?
No, dear, but this is basic physics. Oh, sorry, there I go assuming. They were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population.
Great regret washes over her. A wending
There we go.
cloth.
We destroyed what we
After
tried
that,
to seek
the
out.
corpuscle
the human
appears to
way.
have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability.
Damn, you're a joy
I like the
killer.
story, though, ma'am.
You know that, bud?
I'm glad you did, dear.
What does it sound like?
Like nothing. It's such a high-pitched sound that us humans can't hear it, nor can other animals. It could be ringing right outside your window, and you wouldn't even know it.
Fine, I'll bite.
All right.
How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no
All right,
evidence
there you go.
to
So we
support
learned all
this
about our
theory.
invisible bird.
What about what?
Oh, Cam got all mad, but we're doing it. What's the biggest cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
It'd be dishonorable. All right.
I'm
fine.
glad you see it that way. Did we have anything more to do here?
All right, that's all for now. Thank you for telling us about it. We'll learn more later. All right, lady.
The
I was the
door
creep
is
who
closed.
bothered you
Who
the
is
other day.
it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
It's gonna be awkward. Nice. He's had an extended stay. I get some more sick bottles. More beautiful bottles.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of
That's
the
kind of
other.
looking the medicine
There's
cabinet.
also pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill
Search
bottle.
the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read.
Nacro.
Behind them,
What is
an
nacro?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
There's the pill sheets.
among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister
All right.
packs you find.
Chemistry's going to finally
What
pay off, I guess.
do you find? This is going to be a bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for.
Yeah,
Your
we're not
palms
taking it for
begin to
ourselves,
sweat
though.
just holding that little
Tenant,
plastic
we got
container.
Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
What's so exciting about it?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Ryan, this is a drug-free playthrough.
This medicine cabinet is stocked.
Got the
It's been
toothbrush.
used quite a lot.
All right.
Anything of
collection.
note?
I got the Preptide. Huh. All right, we're going upstairs. We can get past Kim here. Jeez Louise. Oh, got someone watching you. Someone watching me. Cigarette smoke. Actually, it looks like a hedgehog. All right.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean, then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Yeah. I think I need the cleaning lady too, considering we destroyed the room.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the fabled cop of the apocalypse. What happened,
Right.
man? The end was supposed to be mere seconds away. Why we're still here?
New information's come to light. It's a matter of weeks now. Yeah.
Wow. Can it be stopped? And if not, what are we to do with the time left?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Oh, straight to it. I want to sound like a namby-pamby.
Good on you, boy. She can take it.
All right. They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Yeah. Early in the afternoon, actually.
Is it? It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Alright, so they're sassing up the charges. What did they hang him for then?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Alright. So what did happen between you and
We
the victim?
partied.
Kind of partying. Point to your bloated face, kind of I do.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I don't know if that's possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also
Unhealthy
had sex.
lifestyle.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Alright, yeah. How?
Untraditionally, officer.
She's cold and strange. I'm not picking anything up here. Your imagination starts whirring, whether you want it to or not.
Were feelings
A
involved?
little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out with longing. She misses him.
Oh, there's feelings.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Alright. So Titus and the crew
Pretty
actually
much.
spice it up.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Alright, so
I'm
you sure
89%
you were?
sure.
Alright, does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
You do know how it is.
I do.
Sure you do, Apocalypse Cop. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Alright. Okay.
She takes a long, hard drag off her cigarette, then
Alright, any
stretches
details,
her.
names,
I'm sorry,
IDs?
I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe.
I know it's difficult,
Alright.
miss. We can return to it later.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
Alright, what about when you saw him up in the yard all strung up?
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes,
Alright, so you were the one who
I
reported
made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
How
With
so?
nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
I go through all the trouble.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Fair enough, yeah. They were just gonna. He was already there for like, what, a week?
She
Before we got to
breathes
him?
a silvery sigh of relief and weariness.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion?
Yeah, a little thing
She
before we go.
nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Talk more about the so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
Oh, no, never mind. I got to bring this
How
there.
about we, change
What's your
this
official name?
Clasier Amondu.
All right. Can I take a look at your passport?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
All right. How do you know I told us the real name then?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
I got the legal right to demand your
Look,
passport.
officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want
Fair
my
enough.
relatives to pay
Your
the
passports
ransom.
are seized. You're
Okie
transferred.
dokie.
All right, what's your specialization?
Something stupid. Oranese lit.
What's Oranese
Oranese
lit?
literature.
Oh,
It's what I
literature.
studied at the university.
What's it
Fear
about?
of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are only
If that's true, then Revacholian Lit would fit you like a glove.
All right. How old are
I'm
you?
28.
From?
Vrede de Fort, Republic of Oranje.
Where is
A
it?
bad memory, officer. It's the
Okay.
past.
We go back.
People can't go back to the past.
What do you do with her on knees?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money?
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Would it be inappropriate to linger?
All things considered, very. Now linger.
All right. What about Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37. It's a
beauty
competition for stupid girls
What is
when you
beauty?
have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
All right. So you're the most beautiful?
Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash and a scepter. And a scholarship to study Oranese lit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right,
would
that's it
op-
for the record.
The record. So official.
What the
Yeah.
room?
It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
Got quite a collection of prescription
Thank you.
drugs.
I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How'd you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day.
A lot of
But
prep
oh
time
yes, one of my favorites. Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule,
How about the
basically.
Nacra?
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that
Like
something that
Narcan, I
happens to you
guess?
often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Very
Alright.
funky. Okay.
That's enough now. Look her in the eye. Even with a 5, it's 28?
She looks back.
Yeah.
Time moves slowly. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs. Just
What's
nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
I got a personal
Yes.
question.
You're just one room away. Very personal.
Are you on Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost
You
my
do
memory.
not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like,
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Okay,
Why not?
Fine. She's here till later in the night.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Smash that shit.
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound,
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. See, she knows.
filling you
That
with
healed
a
me.
belief in your own body.
sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least.
Alright. See what we got. Ooh, wow, this place is a wreck.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Alright, so someone's been here. Let's have a
Large
look.
prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern. Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop
Someone's
floor.
been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too.
This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
That's right, smashing effing doors down. What does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Alright, that's good to know. Still got more stuff to learn here. Ooh, pinball maker's coat. +1 empathy, +1 hand-eye. What's the other one we have equipped here? That's 2. Where's this lead? Well. Wouldn't you know, it's a hidden door. $5.
Over there, in the corner,
Pinball.
not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's
Ah, you
lit.
see what I'm seeing here, Kim?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats, a classic.
Hey, you
A
played it?
little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Oh, $1. Pinball's not for me then. My interfacing's not so good. Okay, and
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Kim's phasing through the door. Door is connected to the one upstairs. How do we get
There
through?
must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door. Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys.
Ah, you think
Nothing will
cooperate?
make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Ah, why'd she
What
tell
else
us?
could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie.
If
I
not
wouldn't have
you,
known.
then me. It was a smart move from her. You
Something's
think
off.
so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other
Ah,
things.
there we go. Trying to run shadow.
The best
on us
liars
here.
are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Alright, well. Tim, you face through the door. I guess we'll have to go about the long way, because we can't open that door without whatever key.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages.
Oh,
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling.
Yeah,
There
so you
is
need
a
the
control
elevator
panel
to
to your right.
put the pinball
Seems so,
machines.
although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
Yeah.
There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descente, and an international call
Oh,
for
let's close the doors. They didn't mention keys, but I ain't got no. Have to go a long way around here. Look at this door. You cannot interact with them. Hey, bud.
Can I help you?
Yeah, so
Another
thing at the
thing.
whirling.
Great. I love those.
Yeah, what if I went into the back room?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
That's right, good for me.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Are you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
I'll just come to it. Pinball
Ha!
machine.
I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
You wanna play?
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
You're thinking of selling these machines. I want a fat cut.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any, it wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Alright, and
Why?
Classy,
No,
make the
fuck
line.
it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
I bet you didn't want it to be her.
What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy.
Hey,
She's not
fuck
my
you.
taste. Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it.
Wow, she really isn't his taste. Her spell hasn't spread here.
Now, was there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to start. Yes.
I'm gonna sing karaoke eventually.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager.
That's right.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Right.
Wow, you work hard.
I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make
Right.
it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
Yeah, that giant novelty check.
Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor.
That's right.
But you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it.
I took that money from Manana.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider.
And there's pawning stuff off that Roy guy.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
Guess I made some gills.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Are you rich?
Yes.
Get out of here. You're
What?
a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is
The
that?
system's broken.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
There's a market for cops out there, but the immigrant crops have priced us out.
Look, the immigrants are cool. The immigrants play cool music. Everyone likes them, especially the women. Don't hate on the immigrants. They've got nothing to do with you living
That
under
guard
a
guy's
boat.
riding my ass.
The Gart man has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head.
Fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Right.
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here.
That's a lot of taxes.
98% of all your money.
Are you sure that's a big number?
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having
That's
bloody
right. Let's go
nipples?
free market.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Alright, is that unlock a thought for me? Indirect modes of taxation. Okay. We're gonna cheat here. Hang on a second. I want to know just what the bonus is. Alright. It gives us ultra-liberal dialogue options. -1 empathy. Empathy. Yeah, we can. Oh, we gotta unlock a new slot. Okay. Empathy, I'm willing to give up. Communism took. It knocks our authority, which is like my main stat. I don't want to do that. But we can do that next time we level up. Alright. Hey, buddy. You're full of shit. On everything.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Yeah, she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
the type. She's fucked up.
Cut the shit.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy,
Success. Titus backs off. Fists
That's right,
down,
coward.
everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried.
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
Oh, I got a tape
Show
now.
it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Alright. Where can I
I'm
listen
sure
to
we
this?
can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
Okay, tough.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
And where'd you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Oh, so you bugged them.
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works?
Understood? You've listened in on their communications.
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
So which one of you guys does the radio work?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop
Oh, so fat.
all day,
Angus
writing
did
down
it.
what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something.
Alright, what's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to
Alright,
it?
so why should I care about what's on tape? You lied to me
You
already.
don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for then?
Hey, Unreal Styrofoam, hello, friend. Man, I
Pigs,
care about
Steve.
evidence you didn't give me
They don't
before.
care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
All right, that's
Don't
enough for
forget
now.
your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
I'll
You
take
do
it.
that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
One more thing.
You do that.
No new options. Okay. Well, we got a tape. Toon Tings, Roofle. I'm having fun with this game. Yes, sir. I love this game very, very much. I know it's not a game for everyone. That's fair, right? But it is definitely a game for me. All about money. Okay, fair enough. All right.
Was that? Could it be the Col de Mama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
Oh, our invisible bug? Is it? Listen more
There
closely.
seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear.
Listen close.
There it is again. You're about to
I
rediscover
knew it.
a
There we go. Our
long-lost
cryptid talk's
species.
paying off.
It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist.
I'm sorry, physical instrument.
The
You're wrong on this
only
one.
birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age.
Tim, do you hear a noise?
No, I don't hear the Koldomama Dakwa, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't. He's
Yeah.
deaf.
Move your head towards the sound.
The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone.
Come back!
Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
There we go. Yeah, we're going to find us some cryptids. Good afternoon. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm happy you're here, friend. Happy you're here. I spoiled a couple things when it came out. The main reason I didn't want to play. Yeah, like this is very much an experience kind of game, right? So if you can get spoiled, it can definitely suck, frankly. Yeah, we don't got any points to level up with yet. Alright, so here. What are some things we can do? Alright. Yeah, things from Monday we haven't done yet. The dice from the dice maker. Yeah, we can do that. More about tattoos. Who puts clothes in the trash? Track down your badge. Okay. Alright, so we'll go to the dice maker then. And long enough. Gotta re-equip our flashlight. Can't see it. He's around here somewhere. I do not recall where. Oh. Take this money.
Yes?
Oh. Oh, I guess that was all the money.
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box, while the red one,
Unplug
like
the black
something
one.
close to you, dies with.
Why did you do that?
Black, it's not like the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Sorry, we found like the hidden guns here or some shit, right? Remember that? That'll come into play. I don't remember ever getting that gun on my first playthrough. There's a lot of things already. I remember they could have added a lot of new things too. If they did, I'm sure they did. I just don't know what they did, right? So I feel like I'm still experiencing a lot of things for the first time.
Oh, it's you again.
Came back to
Very
pick up my
good.
die.
That will be 7 real for
I thought it was
one
8.
custom die. 1 universal die for Wirral Untethered.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone hewn from an alligator's jaw.
Now, where's the other tins, by the way?
Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike.
What about these creepy
So
mannequins?
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists
Insect
came.
rights?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course
Bug?
caused the price to skyrocket.
Harvesting?
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad someone took care of the little guys.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say
He's gonna be
why.
tracked. Oh yeah, the intercom.
Right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires.
Yeah, we
Sorry
did
about
answer
the
the one
confusion.
Slipstream SCA or
It
something.
can't be true. They don't work here anymore. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the
Oh
bookstore.
no, it was a Tricentennial Electric.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it...
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
No, it was something else. It was eerie. Narrow your eyes.
Pranks can be eerie.
So maybe this place actually is haunted.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them. Sure, I'm
Alright.
listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
We got our thing. We can leave. Alright. So we did have a spooky ghost trick played here. You still mad at us?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime Red.
Alright, I got nothing to say to you, lady. What about you? I don't think we talked to you. Hello. No ceremonies. Just hello.
Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
All right, what are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it.
They need help.
They all need help. Help her by carrying things? Maybe she needs a weightlifter. Maybe she needs you to fight her husband. No.
Maybe
That's
your husband's
not it.
missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
Where is he
I
then?
don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends?
Where is this going, officer?
What I'm hearing is you don't know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
When you like to?
No.
I can find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about
That's
this?
right, everyone of
I
my
haven't
race
lost
can
my
become a
husband.
giant gorilla.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
Hush, baby. It's
What?
okay. It's all right to not know where your husband is. No shame in it.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Are your children missing?
No, absolutely not.
Where are they then?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Watch your Strive character play counts video today. I gotta say, I'm surprised, but yeah. This is something last time we did that thing, it was very surprising to me too, but as far as I can tell, it's just
What if
the big thing is
something
Anime
horrible's
FGC is just more popular
What
on
if
PC.
they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before.
Oh no! The kids, what if they're in the sewers playing Dungeons and Dragons or Ninja Turtles?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age
Yeah,
they
that
need
makes
me
sense. You know,
protecting
not
them
every
from
game is going to
everything
have
now.
the same following, right? Like, NRS games are like 99% console, so it makes sense that, you know, maybe some genres are a bit more PC, so it looks like anime fighters are more PC.
What is this doubt you have then? Something has happened here.
I'm afraid the danger's greater than ever.
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
Can you describe to me their appearance?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
I can do with a party, killer party, for the investigate. I'm trying to be professional.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
What about your cockatoo?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
Oh. Better pull out our pistol here. Hey, Lord Art Frog. Hello, friend.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
That's not your cockatoo, ma'am.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Cockatoo not missing? Just want to be
Great.
sure. What about me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Okay, let's fucking learn about cockatoos then, lady. Don't dare for a second think I won't, because I will. I got money to burn. Okay, cockatoos. It's time to learn. Sports magazines. We're up here then.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the
Crime books.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Are you looking forward to the Ninja Turtle games? Yeah. I'll give them a go when they come out.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
All right, and we're learning about
a
cockatoos.
nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
All right. Now we're equipped with knowledge of cockatoos, lady. What now? Huh? What now?
The woman before.
There. How is this quest read? Find your heraldic bird. Alright. So, I guess we gotta look at the item. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious.
A
Alright, let's look at our
cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various
down with the
behavioral
degenerate shit.
issues.
Paid for it like a moment. Hey, that's right. We're straight and on the arrow. Like maybe we'll assault people and scream at people, but we're doing it by the book. Unless the book makes me not do it, then fuck the book.
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo,
Bang,
and the
bang
most
cockatoo.
common bang bang cockatoo. Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species. Common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name, Bang Bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins. The bang is for all the scary things in the world that may happen at any time.
And what about the funeral
This
cockatoo?
is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral.
Yeah, cool. The major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
That sounds a bit
Yes,
like me.
but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
What if I'm just a fuck up a two? Fuck up and a
You're
cockatoo.
right. You're a fuckatoo embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
And what problems these birds
Where
have?
to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I can handle
Pet
that.
owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
That's pretty bad.
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yeah, there's gotta be something great about
You're
it.
right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to
They'll blow your fucking
135 decibels.
Alright. We didn't know, now we know. We got a white envelope here. Before that, we gotta show this lady up. Hey, you're right, I'm that cockatoo.
Excuse me?
Alright, and I decided what kind of cockatoo I am. You wanna know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
I'm a fuck-up-a-two.
The what now?
A fuck-up-a-two. It's the one who always fucks everything up.
No, you're not. Don't think that way. You're just a regular talkative cockatoo. And let's leave it at that, okay?
She doesn't want you to be the fuck-up-a-two. Her
Let's see her
hands
browse
move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. An array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain.
No, I don't.
I know for a fact you smoke.
Why do you think that I smoke?
I possess supernatural abilities.
No, you don't. I already told you I don't have any. Go.
She's lying. She's goddamn lying. She has smokes.
Don't lie.
Sorry, officer.
She's lying. Lying. Lying.
I know you're lying. Why are you lying to me, liar?
No, I'm not lying. Why should I lie?
You'd lie too, wouldn't you? You'd lie and steal and cheat. Ask her again. Squeeze the truth out of her.
Give me
Keep
the goddamn
pressing.
cigarette.
Ask.
I can't give you what I don't have.
The woman before.
All right. Like that one, Kim? Yeah? Big fan? I'm a big fan. I think they just closed. Oh, no. They just turned the lights on.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any
found a way
curses
into the
yet?
Doom commercial area.
Oh, that's great. I hope exciting adventures lie ahead.
Who's
oh,
that?
that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
Why is she
I think
distressed?
she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Oh, see, there we go. We could, maybe she doesn't want her husband to be found. They're too ahead of her. Let's go bug lady on the boat again before she leaves for the night.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Hey, use a code like that.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
All right, what about more questions
lessons
about
in
reality?
basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Late for what?
For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
Got a predatory streak.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to fight the revolution.
Ah, the revolution.
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
You say it's a bunch of apes duking it out.
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing intraspecies warfare.
And the apes, were they evil?
No. I would say the apes were neutral.
They're good apes, actually.
I don't know about that.
The apes will never change. They are all evil. End of discussion.
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well.
Did they shoot
so
back?
well? Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
That's a kerfuffle, all right.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes.
Hey, me and Kim are on the same level.
Insulindian deluge, they call it.
All right. Anyone else got shot in the head?
Lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious.
Yeah, because
just as well, he wasn't actually the king.
was a monarchy
Just
before
the
the communists
king's
tried to
nephew.
overthrow it, and then the world governments came in and
The
stopped the
real
communists
king
from taking over.
abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Love that king, fucking communist.
Which one? Actually, it doesn't matter. King Guillaume has always been my favourite. He could smell a PR disaster brewing. So he got out alive, and his nephew, Fricelle, got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen.
All right, who got the mineral
The liberals
rights?
got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
And by liberals, you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. or the remaining gentry, the beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals.
And how did they win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended.
If everyone got
Everyone
shot,
else
who
got
was there to
shot in the
surrender to?
head to foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Alright, now who are the
The
coalition?
coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay, the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to
They
do.
had to invade you for your own good.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Practically as well. I like what I hear about these people. Yeah.
A devout man of the center.
Centrist,
Hard to
that's
come
me.
by.
Everyone loves
It's
the
good to have
centrist.
someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting. In your line of work, I mean.
Alright, when was the
Turn of the
kerfuffle?
century revolution. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad. It wasn't
There's a lot of
who,
world building in this game
but
too,
a
besides
what?
like the main case.
A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. It
What does
made
it do?
people overthrow their governments.
Away.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the
A
spark.
pandemic, you said.
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. Why?
next?
You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the coalition of nations.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
And the rest of the
Modernity.
world.
They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade. 43 years. Hard to fathom, I
What
know.
have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. Oh wait, the 30s? Things settled down
We're
in
in
the
the 40s
30s.
right now?
Revachol East transformed itself into the world's
Or
largest
is it
tax
52?
haven, with the international community's blessing. No, it was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash. Welcome to reality, baby.
Alright, task complete. We got a reality lowdown. What have you done
Good
differently?
question.
No, her first.
I asked you.
And I asked you, past less detective of the citizens' militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing.
Alright. Okay, the Zarnath. I would have killed more. 400 million if that's what it took.
The cold runs down your spine as you say the words, like a small electric charge that seeks grounding.
I see. A tenth of humanity. The key of history is in the lock. Keep turning at any cost.
Alright. Until the middle class entry, until it's all mine. So it's a Sandy Crush forever. Shall reigns, the suzerain forever.
The wind stops, and for a moment, there's silence.
Revachol forever.
Forever? In 20 years, Revachol went from a king to a commune to a zone of control.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old.
Understandable. They are what they are, anyway. Enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Conceptualization. What is? Jamais vu thought complete. Right?
What is all of this? The scent, the sound.
What world is
What
this?
world?
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
A frisson lifts the hair on the back of your arm. Wind sweeps the surface of the bay.
Sweeping the waters.
The world is a suzerainty of Revachol.
There is a term of
I'm
endearment
having
they
thoughts.
coined for it
The world's
in
belong
the
to
DeLorean
Revachol.
century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
This is the one with the evil apes?
Not in this case, no. That sounds more like something the Mesk petrofascists might say. It isn't enough to call us animals. Even animals aren't animals. They're like you and I suppose. Living organisms don't identify with abstractions. Elysium is for particular beings.
The world needs a term of endearment?
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petrofascists.
I haven't got the whole picture yet.
You want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit. Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
What shape is the
We
world?
used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day.
Right.
You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather
The shape
balloons into the
of the
lower
world, the
ionosphere
state of the
since
world.
the 30s.
Is not what you would think it is.
ORG, Occident Revachol Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes.
Pale.
Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Yeah, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The pale? What do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear.
Yeah.
It must sound quite terrifying.
The world
for
is
the
not like our
acute
world. It's
encephalopathy.
very different.
Even scientific
I do remember
positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time.
They don't know the state of the world.
Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together. However
it doesn't feel like
naive
it's
it may
bringing people
sound.
together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say disco...
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there on...
Yeah, in between
whatever
all
this
the
all
countries
is.
and...
Your
there's
arms
just
hang down by your sides.
a thing.
The lieutenant
void.
observes you both silently. He adjusts is glasses.
What is the
The
pale?
pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is,
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
I don't want to. I want the pale.
I don't think your colleague would appreciate that. He has already been so patient with this whole exercise. Let's continue with something else.
Talk to
All right?
her without Kim there.
You can ask about anything else in the world.
but she wants to tell you.
Kim, take a
Good
hike.
idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Fine.
See? What can he do?
Yeah.
You're a grown man.
That's right. Now what the
Are you
hell's the
sure
pale?
you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes,
okay.
what is it?
The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
All right, so what is that?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is?
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
What is the pale like?
Achromatic.
That's right,
odorless,
everyone of my race can become a
featureless.
giant gorilla.
The pale is the enemy of
Kung
matter
Fu
and
Shrimp,
life.
hello friend.
It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And what about north?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. The most disco thing you will ever see.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. The further into pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
All right, if we're surrounded by this mysterious pale, how do we get from continent to continent?
Oh, it is so difficult for us. It is possible to force dimensions on the pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
It can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What's the radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
You're not a civilian passenger, are
No,
you?
nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Do lorry drivers pass
Yes.
the Pale?
Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she
was all
says.
creepy and weird.
That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
What is entreprenetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
And did they cross it?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What about
Nothing.
change then?
We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatics?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended. Once you've crossed from near
Lord,
Pale to
I'm
far
too old to
Pale.
play. Thank you for your hard work with the videos. You help me learn and enjoy fighting games so much more. Well, very, very happy to help that, friend. Very happy to help. That's what I want to do. What is Disco Elysium about? I've never heard of this one before. In the end, I guess you could say it's a cop story. Although a cop story with a very weird world, as
In essence,
you've been
we
watching the
throw
last
them
little bit
in
here.
and they come out the other end.
It's a cop
If we
story,
throw them
and you can come
precisely.
about it any way you want to do it.
Then they don't.
How much of the Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how?
What do you think, detective?
Oh, there's more and more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Cover everything? That can't be. Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth
Yeah,
open.
off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe,
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Let's return to
yes,
reality.
sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I sometimes have vague shadows of the past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
A lot of things. Powerful. That we continue to persist is all as a testament to our faith in one another.
Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead.
And that is the truth of the
beads
world.
there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you don't know even this, then...
Investigation will be my masterpiece, the one they remember me by.
I hope so. I truly do.
Yeah, that is the truth of this world. Is
If I may
this is a
suggest,
dying world?
Hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi.
Who knows how long they have?
I
It
ran a
could
check
be
on him, and he is
decades,
very
could be hundreds of
competent.
years, right? But
In the meanwhile,
in the end, all the continents will be isolated for each other, and they'll never again be able to contact each other.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself.
Into this weird
as
void
much as
that
it's
is
meant for
forever
you.
growing.
She must have a lot on the line here.
you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual
That was
police work
fucking insane, Kim.
now? Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so
You will have to deal with it too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you
Let's
to.
get back to
Good
it.
luck,
Nothing
detectives.
to it but to do it. There we go. Oh god, yeah.
What's this?
Tripping balls now.
We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Yeah. That's me, Mr. Reasonable. The character, yes, you basically have amnesia. You basically went like complete blackout drunk. Sideburns are glorious. Well, thank you.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Where is this kingdom?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Let's do
It is, isn't it? History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real,
about all the things that are wrong
lasting
right
change
now?
can only come a tisk-tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs
Exactly.
of the future. You may never live to see the kingdom of conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that what benevolence?
Benevolence!
What a fucking joke.
Hey, fuck you, electrochemistry. Game conscience is about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Yeah, it depends. But for
There
the
you
purpose of the
have
game,
it.
yes.
Sometimes holding the line is progress.
But what is it
The
like?
kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sounds incredible. Alonzi! Let's go right now.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh yeah, we'll get there
That's
eventually, right?
Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Excellent video today. I love seeing the raw data. Yeah, well, thank you very much. Took a while to get all the numbers, but you know, I'm a numbers nerd myself, right? I like that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm gonna unlock the skill point right now. We're gonna be learning about the Cola de Mama Yakwa. I can't even freaking say this. We gotta learn about our cryptids. Yes, the world is a horrible hellscape and might eventually blow up, as we've learned, but... Okay, how many skill points do we have? Oh, yeah, we got some to work with, okay. We maxed out authority. Let's pop up suggestion a bit. Like, our physical instrument and half-plate are pretty good. Pop up suggestion one. There we go.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
Stomach's growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
Does this play like tabletop? It's a bunch of dice rolls, yes, and they show you the dice rolls.
The vows are blood and flesh.
Basically there's what? 12, 16 stats, and there's like a million passive checks that if you fail, you'll never see it. You only know if you succeed.
Metabolic and
There's a hard
circulatory
check.
system.
What's the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
Oh, fascism. What is fascism?
Many
though?
things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
Foreigners?
Yes, them. Women.
Women?
Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs
We're not
to
doing
be
a
scrubbed
fascism
off
run.
this
Not
world
especially
with
in
rubbing
the
alcohol.
age of
That's what
what's going on
fascism
today.
boils down to. The rest
We're not
you're
doing
going
fascism.
to keep your vooze, right? Keep your vooze, Brota.
Yeah, we're not playing this one.
There's a slow, painful growl. It is one of betrayal.
No fascism. It will be lame and be a centrist, but no fascism. Outside of fighting games, with other multiplayer games? Not too much in the way of multiplayer games anymore. Like, I mostly just play fighters for multiplayer. And yes, I used to play League for many years, and I can't do team-based games anymore. They just angry up the blood. That's basically what happens. I don't like doing that. Yeah, only other multiplayer I'd be interested in, like, if some of my personal friends want to play, like, Rust 2 or, not Rust, Ark 2 or whatever the fuck it is. Like, those are, like, survival building games. That's fine. I guess I play card games as well. That is technically multiplayer. That's 101, right? Like, I still like Runeterra. I still, even though I'm waiting more for the patch, I still, like, play a game or two of Runeterra a day. I have my old shitty pirate deck, even though it's not meta anymore, but it works because it's no longer meta. Alright, I feel like Kim's about to tell me to F off soon here. Yes, all the, like, all these stats are characters. Oh, there's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there we go. So, 24 things. And each stat is basically a character in your party, if you will. They all talk to you. So in my playthrough here, you see authority and physical instruments. This is basically like my asshole playthrough. So these guys are going to be talking to me a lot more than other people. They're going to let me fly off the handle a bit more than usual. That's very much by design, because I want to fly off the handle. I've heard good things about Slay the Spire, but I've never played it.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Cam, look, bullet holes.
Where?
Went to the wall. On the shot, we're cops. We should solve it.
There? Those are old.
What do you mean old?
These bullets were fired during the Revolution, over half a century ago.
Tell me about the Revolution. Yeah, we know about it.
I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
But we got some experience in it. Alright, so we can kick in for the night. We're not gonna just
The worn and beaten.
We can sit on benches after.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna quick save real quick first. I think I have to go to bed first to get Kim to go away. Because Costier wants to talk to us, but without Kim.
Can I help you?
About
You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Alright, goodbye. I think this is how I have to do it. I want to go to bed to get Kim to go away, then I can go away. Yeah, the mood, like all your stats are just moods, yeah. But it's not for everybody, like for sure.
Yes?
No response. He just...
Have you tried...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Try work. The case at hand.
Right,
it can work miracles. Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Okay,
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth.
Okay,
the lieutenant blinks. His mouth.
Excuse me, I was lecturing you.
That's
I
right,
shouldn't have. You should consult a medical professional if you feel that you need help. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth.
This habit of dispensing wisdom has been brought to his attention before. He will not think less of you for lashing out. He is... a moment passes.
Alright, so... Alright, now Kim is no longer following me, so we can go finish our conversation. You said she was here till like 11? Alright, so Kim's not here. What's up?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Oh, we can retry this looking her in the eye.
Soft,
Hey,
light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you. You groveling sycophant. You too. Me? Get out of here. I'm solid. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
My God.
Believe it.
Which ones are effective?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume.
Yeah, so my own stats are telling me certain stats are taken in by her.
All of bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy.
Yeah, electrochemistry is
that guy's the most compromised one in here.
Yeah.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick, tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
But how does this
How it
happen?
always does. Through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can you turn
No.
normal again? No. I used that.
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Mean she's lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be PNs to her truthfulness. Like this, no. He's not going to show up. I'm sorry. Your lie detection isn't working. It's not her doing. He's just totally inept. It looks like you're also an idiot. But
all my
that's not
logical
her fault.
stats are like minimum, and a lot of them are at 0. Yeah, my guys. Yeah, there's a lot of
No,
mental breakdowns in this
Not
game.
an idiot. You're just more of a sensitive type. Thinks with his heart. This woman's pain draws you in.
What's her plan then?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does said, huh? No, Mr. Conclusion. You're always kind of limited in your analytical abilities. That's
All
not
right, so-
her fault. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Oh, okay. There you go. Now that Kim's not here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
Yeah. One of the first things I
Wow.
remember doing.
Elysium.
Here on
You don't hear
Elysium.
that term often.
she's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. I can't say. Probably not.
Sounded like a flying solo.
Sounded like you were flying solo.
Hear loud disco
Oh,
music?
yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
We go on all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A
happened?
slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
You say wound, you mean like in a cool way? Like a wild beast?
Yes, it was very cool.
All right, then what
Then
happened?
you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's me. What did I do?
A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Prides me to hear this. Is there more?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5.
Well, thank you.
No problem, sir.
All right. Hardy Boys. Give
It
me a
sounds
tape.
like the boys would have preferred my saying it did happen. I didn't want to get caught up in this.
She is not at all worried the tape will contradict her statement.
What does that recording say?
I'm looking for a player.
May I suggest the stereo system in your room? It goes
yeah.
up to Apocalypse.
We have one, apparently.
Mine, unfortunately, only comes with a mimsy little radio.
And let's talk about your room.
Yeah?
You know has an elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved, then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
All right. There's tracks on the floor.
Huh. This isn't good.
She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
There's a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
That's it for now.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
What are you doing here?
I'm wintering.
How you been doing?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Here on the Insolidian and Sola.
Came to see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
All right, what happened to the old world?
Conference centers. A lot of them.
All right. Yeah, what about all your sad shit here?
I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs.
Oh my.
Well, if you contaminate this too?
The world.
A squall of seagulls under the low-hanging sky.
Maybe she has that power.
Distant machinery from the harbor. It's wide open and cold.
It's hard to contaminate such a wide open space. Even for me. For
The
me,
nature of the
it's a mix
contamination.
of me with a lack of cleaning services. Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
I am part of the anti-object task force. I hate objects.
That's pretty hardcore. I'm part of the anti-human task force myself.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
All right.
All right, we talked to you on here. So we know you're telling the truth, but you are holding back a bit. No more than you're saying. Oh, we added a level up too. Okay, we're internalizing the thought there, so do that. What about Verbalition? Can we look in the mirror yet? Can we handle it?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Yeah. Gonna fail these checks. Fuck it. All right. You can play the tape.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has
broke it.
completely broken down now.
What should I do, Mr. Stereo Player?
The broken tape player doesn't have the ability to respond, but Kim would.
All right, so Kim will know how to fix it. Oh shit, we got more bottles. Nice.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too
Yeah, she's
inviting.
definitely hiding stuff.
But it's yours. You've earned it.
All right, I guess we're going to sleep for now. And the next day we can open up the
It's
area.
still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Time for another psycho freakout.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No. You have
Is
to
this the
stay
Cockatoo speaking to us?
always half aware of yourself.
Hey, Lord Super Surge, I'm doing good. Puppy is sleeping on his bed over there. Thanks again for Street Fighter 4 fun. Well, I'm happy you learned the ways to T-Hawk. If Street Fighter 4 got rollback to Street Fighter 5, would I make videos on it? Well, I think the era of Street Fighter 4 is over, but I would play it again. I think the era of Street Fighter 5 got rollback to Street Fighter 5, would I make videos on it? Well, I think the era of Street Fighter 4 is over, but I would play it again. I think the era of Street Fighter 4 is over, but I would play it again. I think the era of Street Fighter 5 got rollback to Street Fighter 5, would I make videos on it? Well, I think the era of Street Fighter 4 is over, but I would play it again. I definitely give it another go.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
I don't think it's much of a stretch. Most people would agree. I like Street Fighter 4 more than Street Fighter 5.
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, Cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking.
Yeah, I will.
But why would you want to start? Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
This is a new voice. Yeah, these, the other people are your psyche. This is your body talking.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Open your eyes. There we go.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Oh, what
Yes.
are copper types?
Guess what's yours?
Some sort of weapon cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Will the other cop types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry.
Fucking, they should be sorry.
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up?
I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
All right. And the dawn of a new day is born. Kim's probably waiting downstairs. All right, we'll get Kim and then bring him back up and see what we can do about this tape recorder. Good morning, Kim. Oh, who are you? You're new.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
The horse-faced woman?
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
You're a patrol officer of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
Everything all right? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Yeah. I'm a deeply flawed individual, but I bring joy to the world.
Do you now? Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
You're a police rat? I am too. That's cool.
I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
Oh. What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one.
Me?
I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A
Yes.
policewoman.
A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
What precinct are you
What
from?
precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Okay, goodbye. Hello. Fuck you, man.
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
No, you don't. You look like a young god.
Yeah. You look like shit, asshole.
Wow. You seem stable. And in control. Allow me to say, alcohol really seems to have had a positive effect on you. Now, what do you want?
Don't even try to win him over. You won't.
Something strange about you guys.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Ah, there we go. You guys know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
I'm from the 41st, I think.
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good.
Talk more about this hypothetical Station 41.
Okay.
Alright, you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
What would our relationship be in the alternate
Let's
universe?
be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Kim's cooler than me.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
The lieutenant is silent.
Partners in crime?
No, because in this thought experiment, we are police officers. In a police station, we don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Come on. Stop it.
Alright, what else is in our imaginary police
You're
station?
not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving
Alright.
crimes, locking up bad guys and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Who's the far out son of law?
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Alright.
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
There you go, Kim. Thank you for telling me.
He's
I wouldn't know
trying
that.
to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by the sunglassed
My
man.
imagination's over.
Neither can I, partner.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A
I have
gram
some
of
questions for
compassion
you.
in that
I'm a
sadness.
cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a superstar?
Yes, a superstar cop. Of course.
He didn't answer your question. Who does this asshole think he is? A cop?
Right. Kim, who's this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Hey, now you're going to answer some questions.
No.
You have to.
No,
be a
he
cop.
doesn't.
If I wasn't clinically depressed, I'd burst out laughing. But I'm gonna go with no right now.
Yeah. You don't want to answer questions? Maybe you want to hear me say things?
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
I'm doing an investigation. The man's hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
What are we telling you?
I don't know. Why are you?
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow, bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses felt calming, like you've done it before.
There we go, an old pro. I didn't catch on. This is the same developer as the other game, Norco? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I feel like I would have known that if that was the case. Son of the lung?
You know what? It must be because he's buff. He looks like he works out, like he's got the devil on his back.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is
Talk
it?
about the
Okay,
hangman
why
again.
not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time.
Huh.
So, I
Alright.
don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
Be
Watch
around.
out for yourself, loser.
Oh, I'll execute you for that.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
Yeah, I guess it was kind of
There's
weird.
something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But
I was saying
still,
the same thing, just ask him from the same
yes,
station.
just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
All right.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Were we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. Would you okay?
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop
That's
you
right.
again.
My brain was wrong. You got anything new to
Oh,
say?
hello, dear. There you are again.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more
Yay,
cryptids.
Kim's up.
Of course, officers.
Okay, well,
Is there a particular...
let's learn about the biggest cryptid.
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Don't you want to hear about another one?
The lieutenant pauses thoughtfully. Something in him breaks.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
There we go. Kim's good
biggest
guy.
cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant of Cockatoo. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Cockatoo Desert in South Sahara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
What do you mean a strange light?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
How big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Is it dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Cockatoo is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable.
Hooey. No animal can be that large.
Godzilla's
It's a
that
mirage.
big.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Cockatoo must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Cockatoo Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Great. This is great shit. You need more.
Okay, well, what about the penny game? Is that a
Yes.
cryptid?
It's the kind green ape, half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo.
War
Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva.
Ah, the monkey saliva is healing.
Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs, regaining their sight.
Something about an undiscovered subspecies of man?
Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own.
There you go,
Just
Kim.
like
You're
your
not human. I
partners.
knew it.
Ma'am, you're confusing him.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, is hardly a taxonomic category. For all intents and purposes, you can be thought of as human, though Saelites do have some distinguishing characteristics. Different advantages, if you will.
Yes, advantages such as the flakier texture of Zeolite earwax or
All right.
Of course,
Enough cryptids
dear.
for now. We can open up the bridge. First, we're just going to go upstairs so Kim can tell me how to F our little radio player. That's the thing, is once you know the true nature of the world, all of a sudden cryptids are the least shocking things.
The compact tape.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix.
Fuck is that going to achieve? Being a smart ass, making your nostrils flare.
Fuck off, Kim.
Anyway, let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should...
Alright, pawn shop's on the way. We can do it. The nature of the world, I remember that. The first time I played this game, and we gotta talk to Pale Rider too eventually. The nature of the world is the least thing you'd expect. Like, oh, we got a bunch of politics, this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, oh, it's weirder than you ever thought was possible. Ooh. I remember all these guys mean. Bottle sick.
Officer, the flashlight, please.
Oh, that's right, that's right. He's a baby man, he can't handle the flashlight. There we go.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
That's what the missing
Sure
gun?
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, man.
Hey, you have any recordings of the Kodo Mamadakwa?
The Koldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds.
That's the biggest thing we're doing here.
Or birds, for that matter.
Thanks to Marks and Angels for the political education. Thinking of quitting the RCM and becoming cryptozoologist.
How interesting. Wow. It's been a long while since I've gone hunting for the Koldima Madakwa. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Koldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Koldima Madakwa.
Now listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might...
Do we really have time for this?
Yes, it's absolutely necessary.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear.
As the hum grows louder,
see, we're
modulating
expanding our
always
cryptozoology
unnaturally
here.
uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. That's an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was and will remain that way unless you start panicking. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form
some crazy
patterns,
noises.
hit your eardrums.
Ah, there we go. You already got the bot. Okay, good. Good on slaying the bot.
Gulls and skewers. But
A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but
you know,
That's
now
right,
that
everyone
I've
of my
listened to
race
it
can
on
become a
these
giant
new
gorilla.
speakers, it's not the Koldima Madakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
We need someone that plays the tape for
A
police
tape?
purposes.
We have boom boxes for sale that will play it. Check the shelves.
Alright. Assuming that's it up there.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old
Stereo
handle
8
on top.
approved.
A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Can I play a tape on this real quick?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't
Okay, well, is it
now.
working?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel format.
I'm just short,
2
like 30 cents
millimeter,
short.
8 millimeter, 12
I get a police
millimeter.
discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
A man like that in a neighborhood like this, in a rickety house falling into the sea, there's fear in him. Use it to your advantage.
Are you afraid of masked gunmen, the roof falling in, killer waves, aircraft accidents?
No, not really. I expect momentous change at any moment. But it seems that you are. Fine. 4 real it is.
Success. Sort of. Whatever gets the job done, right?
Thanks for the discount, my man.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the
There
go.
we go. Good old
It'll
police
play
work there.
anything, wherever, turn any.
Let's blow this popsicle stand. Items. Alright. Put this to play tapes. Alright, so interact.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying push.
Do it.
Command set.
And we'll cross
and
the bridge.
The tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
Right?
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops
Is that
spinning.
the very end?
End of recording.
You
It
think?
seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded
Yeah,
off
it
the
seems very
shortwave,
edited.
then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Yeah, letting off some steam.
Yes, it was just locker room talk.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's Cordy?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to.
Bad news.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola.
That's
in
their
South
Vietnam they were in.
Grad committed war crimes there. The kind of thing he talks about.
I thought it was people made Norco since it has the text on the side like that game. No, the text on the side is a very common trope. Very common trope. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service. I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again. The contrast feels chilly.
Inappropriate even. Alright. Alright, it's time to flip that switch.
A rusting control panel with
Pull that
grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the water lock starts moving.
There we go. Now time for the rest of the map. Yeah, the whole reason we're doing this playthrough is because of the voice acting. I would never done it with
if we ever need to get to the coast,
like tens
then
or
this is
hundreds
the
of
way.
thousands of words.
But please, contain
And I
your
have to read 'em all out.
wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks.
Yeah, we'll get a little distracted. Don't you worry. Before we go there, let's check down. And else down here, right? Waterlock it is. Check out the radio here. Money! Sick. Yeah, you're reading out. Like, I talked through the whole Norco playthrough, right? And my voice was like effed by the end of it. Oh, someone said no entry. I feel like I want to enter. I guess not right now. Alright. You win for the moment. I'll be back. Oh, bigger box. Broken axles grind.
That's right, everyone of my race can become a giant gorilla.
Oh, we got a fuel canister out of it. Bunch more money over there.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water. So it must be cold and lonely down there. In the icy
Carriage
water.
in the sea. Where did this come from?
My guess is it started its journey from the plaza, where it backed through the fence.
Alright, let's
I
investigate.
agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. Rust, moss, and sea life have already claimed it for themselves and initiated a
So make it this MC.
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out.
Yeah, monkfish.
But you do see a monkfish float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Well, then what do we need to do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Alright. I don't want to lose an hour. Guess I gotta.
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Looks blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
Alright, let's botch this check. Let's go.
Spit flies from your mouth to your mustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound, though.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Very funny. So I can't whistle.
Just keep at it. It will come to you.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful, melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Oh, God. This is a fucking Bill Dotrieve-ass question. So is your dad also, you know?
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both
So are you Chinese or are you Japanese? I don't know who my mom or dad was.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Think we'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
Thought if I put enough time into exercise and eating right, I could turn myself into a living weapon. I don't need a gun.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out? No. Make out
Detective,
the mark?
I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people. Yes,
that number?
41. What do you think it stands for?
Oh, I know what this is. Looks like the factory made a mistake and actually called this one Coop Reach 41.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41.
This is my car.
Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing.
This is our car.
Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
I drove my car into the sea?
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
Badge, gun, now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
Fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever. Into the deepest.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
People, yes, but not you.
How we get
Detective,
it out?
We don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
So, it's just going to be like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I could fix
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
They're going to be angry at me, aren't they? This is a disaster.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
Well, at least I know. At least we know. We destroyed a very expensive...
Let's go take a look.
I'll pick up this loose change first. There we go. Only 40,000 more of those and we pay off the car. Yeah, that's right. I'll pick up some bottles. Alright, let's see what we can salvage here. Oh, we got some stuff. Commander's jacket. Oh, there we go. RCM badge.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is
Hey, we got our badge. We got one thing back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old. Good choice. A newer photo would look different. 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Yeah, that's why he's a bum.
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Strange, just say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge.
What kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
It's meant to keep you safe from bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse.
Harrier Dubois it is.
At least to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective
as he will
when he's not.
No sideburns, I know. How do you live life like that?
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light.
My rank.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
A W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
So decline twice to become captain.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Alright, what's a decompage?
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to 2s. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. Kings like satellite officers and the additionally freighter rank.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Right. So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Fucking right I am.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Still, he doesn't trust you completely.
Thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
That gives me hope. Turn back
Such a small yet precious thing.
Serial.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct 41?
Yes,
well, you definitely
it's
know
the
it's already a
designation of your precinct. 41. It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like
so it's
you
a
are,
hard
he thinks.
precinct.
But then again,
it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price.
And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him. Ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you...
Now we know. Now we also got pair of clothes here. So +1 esprit de corps, +1 visual calculus. What cards again? +1 shivers. Okay, that's better. Take this. We'll change codes for now. Actually, no. Those are our two main stats we want to work with. They're good stats. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Boat's recently been tarred. Quick travel unlocked. Fisherman shack. Okay, there. I do remember this quick travel. There you go. What we got over here? What he's doing in the fish.
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with?
As always, I am the lawbringer. I'm actually caught a year of detective work, and I find this playthrough fascinating. Well, there you go. Oh, this is how real law is done.
You've graduated to lawbringer now?
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second-guessed about anything. So what brings you here,
Not gained. There we go. The bringing of the law, Lawjaw. Where are we?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysible. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
What's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Point saber on hip. Come with the story.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
And why do you need intimidation?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Can I borrow that sword?
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I use to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
She refuses, but your word is the law. You are law. Is she flirting with you? A little? You think she might be?
Lawbringer brings dominance, all stand in the way. That's right. Why don't more women arm themselves?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them.
That does not go for real men.
Yeah.
It does not go for you. Show her. Show her.
Behold.
Not bad.
You like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
There we go. Try to bring the conversations into today's context and it blows me away. Well, that's why we didn't go for fascism.
Some went to patch
too much of that in
wounds, their
today's
lesson
world.
learned.
That is an option you can
Others
do.
were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Oh god, it's raining huge. Windows are getting smacked here. Why? If they're so
Yes, I
thick-headed.
enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Where's your husband?
Gone.
The harbour seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Rivershop.
Gone. Coward.
Some inanimate.
I would never leave
Some
anyone.
Good for you. He, however, was lost to the waves.
Was he
It's been quite a
murdered?
while.
The lieutenant shakes his head.
Yeah. By himself. Inadvertently. He never respected the sea. Went out there drunk like a skunk and sure enough, one day he didn't come back.
Yeah, that I know. Lost one of my uncles that way.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, Know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's
Don't
only
drink
so
and
much
go into the
mourning you
water.
can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
That's nothing. I shit on death.
I don't. But us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting
So he's
topic
moved
for her.
on, eh?
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Suggestion. Ken's presence makes it awkward. -6. Don't know good spot yet. Alright, I need your signature here. Everett's
you?
envelope.
This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the union building?
That's right. He wants to build a rec center for the kids.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that
What exactly?
Everard and the union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess union members have children
Yeah, you can use
too.
my monkey
he
pen.
has a pen and everything. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, well, we need 2 signatures, right? That one is pretty easy. I'm looking for someone. Can you help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm missing cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animals mainstream scientists deny exist.
Aha! Like snowmen.
I haven't heard of
2 old
snowmen.
guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand,
Fucking mainstream
talking
scientists.
nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Alright, where do they go?
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
Not looking for anyone else
Well,
right now.
how can I assist you then, officer?
At your boat?
Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Oh, the sunny days
Hi.
with all the snow, eh?
Sunny days.
No, ma'am. We
Good.
Alright.
It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the slushy snow melt on the
When will
yellow
this
belly
boat be
of the
ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the wind settles,
waves wash the sand. A skiff moves across the mirror-smooth sea, far
What do you
away
do
from
around
it.
here?
like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets.
Is that
Right
enough
now
to make
I'm
a
tarring
living?
a little. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of
Well, actually, there was a
surprises.
new monkey discovered, like, was it like 3-4 months ago? I know that because, like, 400 people sent me an ad saying there's a new monkey.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Never thought the sea brought anything interesting.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish.
Yeah, they
other
should
odd
work on
sea
getting even more
creatures.
monkeys.
A mine washed
Definitely
ashore
don't have
once.
enough.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general.
Mines. Mines. You need mines.
A mine. RCM could use a mine. Where
Well,
is it?
the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was
Alright.
surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
I'll see you later. Money, nice. Alright. More money, man. Rich get richer. Alright, we got a house. Locked tight, eh? And no checks to break it open. What a horrible day.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Alright, I'll lean forward.
Welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want
The
any
hairless one?
trouble
I can't remember
either.
the make of
We
the
are
monkey.
not
I
here
just
to
remember there
cause
was a
any
monkey.
trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
Cops, Hellraisers, click, click, bang, bang.
No, you're not. I've seen you around here before. 12 years ago. You didn't raise any hell. You were quite helpful, actually. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I'm an ill omen. How come
Maybe
no
they
one's
are
told me this?
afraid. Because
Why?
you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
What's further
Not
down the
much.
coast?
There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. Some things
abandoned?
just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, they've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays
Such
open.
a pity.
It's a pity.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Yeah, you're not telling me everything, so what's up?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church.
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A resalka or a
What else is down
Before
here?
you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
All right. Oh, which is it then?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Of note,
What else?
the old fish market up on the boardwalk.
Oh, what else? What else? Come on.
You're
next
one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building. Used to
Ben
be a
Billings.
supply
That was good.
depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, and now
sounds like
you know
something,
everything there is to
I can
know
break
about
into.
this coast.
Okay, all right. Enough for you for now, lady. Children, what are you doing here?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone
guess he must
with
be
his
Lillian's
tongue.
twin?
This one doesn't say anything.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like
Kids
he's
are
afraid
stupid.
of something.
You're stupid.
Ah, how about the policeman ask something else now?
Okay.
The
You look
stone
identical.
kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said
The
that.
boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock.
You're bad with kids.
Impossibly good with kids. They're too stupid.
You're right there. Let's see if we can find some police work, shall we? We're not...
Okay, Kim. Okay. Oh, we can go in here. Well, well, well. Safe and warm in here, not like outside. That's good enough for a skill point. I'll take it. We'll pop up Inland Empire 1. Inland Empire is always good. Hey, it's Cockatoo? Rough grouse taxidermy. Alright.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
What's with this stuff?
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
Wait, what? What did I break? Yeah, but what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it?
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Little
we met
Lily.
earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Twins outside your brother?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same.
Yeah, they look identical.
They look identical.
Alright, what are you holding?
It's Lammy.
Oh,
He's
Lammy.
my friend.
Like Lambtron?
Lambie
In
is a
Pokemon?
stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Yes. Very soft.
Alright, press your cheek against
Isn't
Lammy.
he soft?
Alright, heal their morale. Okay.
Bye.
That's all we got for you for now. Broke into your house and stole a dead bird. That's real police work. How it's done. Here in Martinique. Music's just playing because I'm holding my fucking boombox all the time. That a bottle? Ah, get the bottle! Okay, I guess we gotta cross this little bridge. Zoop. Rear tire of a motor kit. Thoughts? Come back here when it snows. A strange feeling passes quickly. I want those frickin' bottles. How do I get them? Oh. I'm walking up to where the bottles are. That makes very scientific. Kim, you're having my style here. I'm trying to get this. You ain't crashing it? Yeah, okay. That one's not ours. Quick travel unlocked church. Garbage. This is nice. Definitely pro garbage. Pull a fish around the fence hole. Drawbridge can only be lowered from the other side. I don't remember as much about this area, honestly. Kind of blanking. Very large boat. Past Culver. Barrel has view.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
This thing anyway.
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Service
The
what?
washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Let's try it.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It
Door's
does
shut
not
tight. How do we
budge.
get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? We get into like everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through
I'm not
every
gonna.
single
The door is part of the investigation.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either.
Let's see about that. More beautiful balls. Cryptozoologist buddy. Scented scarf. On our next slot, I'm assuming. Oh no, we don't want that. It gives us a fizzle instrument. Bad. Very bad. Get off the fucking thing. There we go. No, you don't hear that music all the time. Nothing here. Oh, the boardwalk casts a shadow over you. Ooh, a shirt? Oh, that's a nerd shirt. We ain't wearing that. Right now we're wearing just like a ratty tank top. It gives us more physical instrument. Alright, I guess we're going to the big building. Church. St. Brew. Okay. We roll around, folks. Okay, let's go in.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock.
I don't think that's going to...
High above, the wind wraps the church in its rush. Cold and wet from the ocean.
No nerd
bay.
shirts? Well, that's right.
It parts
Only
around
muscle
the
shirts,
massive
baby.
keel-shaped roof, like a test tunnel, washing both sides.
There is a hole in my heart.
The lieutenant looks at the padlock. He didn't hear you asking.
Like
the carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself.
Run your hand
Too
over
large.
me.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
What about the
This
padlock?
cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve,
Have you seen
he
this before,
takes
Kim?
off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean.
No.
Does it look
Looks
like
like
you?
a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
That suggests that of
I haven't seen that
delinquency.
sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Yeah, 50-50, we're doing it.
Your hands are clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
Have that handkerchief? My hands are wet.
The lieutenant hands you a blue handkerchief. He looks a little dismayed when he gets it back crumpled. However, it should be easier to peel the sticker off now.
Alright, let's try that again.
There's nothing
Look
like
at
the sound
that.
of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker in your ledger after last entry where it belongs.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Secret task complete.
The numbers don't lie!
Right.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way.
Where do you think
Can
we
you
should
hear
start?
the pulsing bass underneath the east wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency.
Junior delinquency.
Heavy wooden
Can't
doors.
just smash it open. Oh, Beautiful. Beautiful.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Kim?
What? Kim? No, it's you. You. You and the seagull are just alike. Think about
like
the
the seagull.
seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became shit city. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Fucking right, I take whatever it takes to survive. I'm the seagull.
Own it. Steal hot dogs, shit in the sand, whatever it takes to keep going.
That's right. All these beer bottles. Like a rich man. Yes, these were junior delinquents over here. Leaving all these bottles behind. Oh. We found our cryptozoologists. The Cairns here.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Watched a video at work talking about Max how modern fighting game bosses are never going to reach arcade levels of hard. Well, no, because they're not designed to steal your money. Yeah. Old bosses are hard because they're designed to steal your money.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Where's your hat?
Huh?
I have a
So
hat on.
should you.
I do.
You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to do anything. I'm the law. You have to do what the law says.
Real cool.
The law says you have to wear a hat in this weather.
What kind of law says that?
Law seasons.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Regain authority.
Your eyes are fixed on her as everything gets very still.
What did you just say?
She looks down, pretending to be busy. Make her meet your
No. What did you just say?
The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
Kick snow into her face with your boot. You do not speak to me like that.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to concentrate on this thing here and I'm sorry I said that. My dad swears, my boyfriend swears, my whole family does. I've caught the habit.
She looks up with a pained expression, her face caked with a thick layer of makeup. With her left hand, she's wiping some of it off to get the snow out of her face.
All right, now we got some questions.
Okay.
What's the device you have there?
It's a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What contact
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
And where do you get the microphone?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
Probably a hangout for junior delinquents.
Sure.
How does that
The
work?
mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air.
Can't
The book
disrespect
said it
the hat
only
law.
picks up structure-born sound.
I like that was a
if you
legendary
like
check.
technobabble.
I got some non-mic
Okay.
questions. Your name?
Estelle.
Estelle who?
Okay, it's Berger.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned.
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Oh, we do, don't we? Mind if I question you some more?
Go ahead.
What are you doing in the
Recording,
cold?
I guess.
Recording
I
what?
think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Alright, and how many of those headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
Oh, That's an intelligence check. We're failing that one.
The
And according to
musicians
for
in the
what?
Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Anyway,
Just nod, yeah.
I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
The girl is cold all of a sudden. Very cold.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish.
Here's the thing you thought you
very
wanted to
useless
do,
all
and
of a
turns out
sudden.
it's all bullshit.
She is on some kind of stimulant, amphetamine or methadone, and its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now, and fewer peaks.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
I like my hat. Now, this is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
I only got the one hat. I can't give you this. Got any spares? You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's, yeah.
Stupid.
Andre and the guys, they're inside. In the
Got some other
go ahead.
questions. Tell me more about the music place you're playing in
It's
church.
supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music,
Oh.
like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
Disco club.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, there will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
Alright, so why'd you put a padlock on?
No, not really. No,
So this isn't yours?
it's Noid's.
Who's Noid?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And Noid put a
To
padlock.
keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him. He'll tell ya.
Should you? Weirdos. Sounds bad somehow.
Want to turn church
I
into
know.
a club.
It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
Yes. No, we're the law.
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk
They're
to him.
inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did.
What's this
Was there something,
anodic
you
music?
know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments,
Alright, like what?
synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers too.
So they're
Anything
trying
that
to
uses electricity.
figure
that
out
isn't
techno.
guitars. Also,
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like.
Alright, another question about the
go
church.
ahead.
Oh, we're gonna fail this check so fucking hard.
The device is still
Not
warm from
critical.
her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo,
Double
on
six
the
is always
bottom,
a success.
adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Yeah, fuck. Sorry you have to sit here on the ice with your drugs wearing off at any age or any age. This weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
People who built this world intend to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side, with the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not childish fantasy. This is going to be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
The dark.
I know. I'll stick to it.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something about her. A weightiness. Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow
You gotta hit her hard first to
So
open her
thanks,
up later.
I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
Oh, is that eating me? There's nothing eating
Come
me.
on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
Something, I guess.
What is it?
I think it's just all these foreign people taking our jobs. People keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
The world's most laughable centrist. Yeah, no one understands sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. Just wish people would be more reasonable is all.
Okay. So you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I'm highly distressed.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm positive.
Go ahead.
Good for now.
Okay, bye.
More bottles. These kids are fucking cranking it. There's a little shanty here.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for...
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Fucking hates those delinquents.
I'm sure
find
you
her a
will
hat.
feel
I got
right
one
at
hat.
home. I'll keep watch.
You're providing me with tons of hats here, then sure, but...
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer. You see,
Pipelines,
we've been
zero.
all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Next time, watch yourself.
I will, lawman. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face.
Enough history on it.
Don't fall.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Yeah.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Reversholt.
These three goobers need to be in fighting games.
Strike that! The world! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there with the worst kind.
Worst
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
Kind of spooky.
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead.
Sounds like a German guy from Simpsons. Hey, party boys, get the room.
So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out.
All right, tell me
right,
more.
Man.
Hope the raver started like.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Now, what about the padlock?
So you met her?
He's not as glad as he would like you to think.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid, give...
All right.
Makes a sun thing. Out in your general direction. Let it follow around, pick it up like a normal adult person. Reaction speed, medium. Be a cool cop. Catch it as it flies towards you. You gotta do it.
You sense the trajectory
cool
of the
as
little
fuck.
piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Bask in the glory.
The young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders looks at you, standing there. The word august, used as an adjective. That's how cool it feels to be old and cool in the eyes of the young. Let's face it, you're near death, yet bathed in the golden rays of stately grandeur.
The first citizen.
Late summer's day,
or get the fuck out.
like a daddy-o. Like a tequila sunset.
Why am I a tequila sunset?
Just felt right. Why? Do you want to be a tequila sunrise? It's a little too late for that.
How long have they been locked up?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
This is cool. You locked them up for a week. That's cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
We just thought it was the right thing to do.
Other questions?
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Mention the Ecclesiastes in church. Who are the
Oh,
Ecclesiastes?
yeah. That's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
And what's
you
the
know,
meteor in?
of Meteo. Concerning
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi, on the Muindi Isla.
Founding
Come to
party?
think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system.
Sounds like the kind of people want loud, anodic music in their church.
You're right, they do.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Oh, it's pretty hardcore.
Unity. Unity. Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Nod your head.
Feels good.
How could the founding party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian Church.
Yeah! Yakokata, the place to be.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance
I'm talking about
them!
10 full of equipment
Yes.
here.
What?
Oh, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
Yeah, it has the distilled water, too.
It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
All right.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Sells high, narcomania is a plague. Maybe everything's not quite what you've been told. This is guaranteed fail check. We already got a 6. We already got a crit before, so this is...
Okay, so the speed freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too.
That's the narcomania.
Indeed. So one of them came upon the abandoned church. They want to turn it into a club for dance music, but agents of narcomania have overrun it. You shudder to think of all the narco they must have already consumed in there. Narco is bad. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis
There you go.
complete. Their story checks out. It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have. But
that's it for now. Actually, who are the people?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
They're safe and sorry.
There's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us. Watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
You haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
So how are you sure they're burnouts and dope heads? You haven't seen them.
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
Why not? Let's go with
My God, you're greasy.
You know it. Alright, I can't see anything wrong with that argument.
I'm sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Okay.
Sure.
Anything else.
What?
We're good.
As always, we'll be right here. Wait.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
He's
It's good you
definitely
talked to
cranked
Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Alright, what about that
A
sticker?
sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it?
I'll show you.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it? The dead
supposed to
guy
be.
smiling.
There you go, mystery solved. The guy smiling. You kicked him out by accident? I don't even know what I'm going to do this time. I actually barely remember.
We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already
I remember like
dead.
day 1, day 2
How can we
mostly
ever
vividly.
smile then?
Everything past
Because
that's a blur.
history is a lie, and so the present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death, or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Also be drugged out of his
Or
mind.
drunk, or in a clinical coma, or glad to be dead. Or I
Alright.
guess one could
We'll come back to
write-
you later. Quickly clear up here because we do got some other stuff. Like that bridge we can lower.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall over any. The
Push that
pane
shit
falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Funk. There we go. Look at that. Complete mastery over the elements. I've not chosen a political ideology yet. Probably will next stream. I just literally just need to level up. I don't have enough stuff in my thought cabinet yet. I can't remember what... I was going to go communism, but communism hurts your authority. And, like, authority is literally this playthrough. Like, authority is tied for my highest stat. So, don't want to do that. So, we'll see. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Next time we level up, then we can get another slot open. Speaking of which, that's probably it for the moment now, because we've been going for over 3 hours.